For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-91
and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Want to? No, we don't have to do that. We can go without it. Good morning. It's your KCHW morning show. We are here. It is Friday. September 13th?
September 13th.
September 13th.
Yes.
We are here
Friday.
in the studio with myself, Chuck Ritchie, Paula Randall, and Craig McQuain. For those of you trying to watch us on Facebook, you can't hear this because we're not there yet. My software crashed as the song was playing.
No.
I'm trying to get us back up online here really quick. But in the meantime, do you have the weather over there, Miss Paula?
do.
Can you go ahead and run us through the weather for the week? And
Yes,
I
can.
will get that.
Well, at the
Facebook
moment,
stream
it's
up
a
and
little bit
going.
chilly.
Right?
It's
is.
starting to warm up a little bit.
'Cause
Yeah.
I was running late already this morning, and I haven't needed it in so long. I went outside, went out to the car, and was like, oh man, I'm gonna run in and grab my jacket. I had no idea where my jacket is. I haven't
Right.
seen that thing in 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's just like you don't know whether you need a jacket right now or it's just like, I mean, you know when it's first thing in the morning, but.
Right. So the weather today, I have it up here now.
There we go.
I'm so set. See how fast I type? Looks like we're going to have a high of 76 and a low of 52. We're going to have 94% humidity and a barometric pressure of 29.91. Sorry, everybody. I'll keep
We don't
on.
need all that.
I know. I couldn't resist. And I'm trying to get to the regular here we go. And then on Saturday, it looks like we're going to have a high of 72 with a low of 47 with a 24% chance of rain.
Ooh, we could use some rain.
Definitely.
For sure.
I'm excited about that. On Sunday, we're going to have 72 degrees as a high and a low of 47 with 11% chance of rain. And then on Monday, we're going to warm up a little bit with a high of 78 and a low of 48 degrees. Our rain percentage goes down to 4%. So maybe a few of us will get a few drops. The confidence is not very high on Monday.
Nope.
On Tuesday, we have a high of 72 and a low of 48 degrees with another 24% chance of rain. So it looks like we'll see some rain on Tuesday and on Saturday.
Let's hope.
Yeah. And then that is all I can see. Oh, here we go. I have to find out where I am again. So we were on Tuesday. Wednesday, it looks like we have 76 as a high and 47 as a low. 8% chance of rain. Thursday, 73 degrees with a low of 47 and 11% chance of rain. And then Friday, 72 degrees with a high and 46 degrees as a low with 11% chance of rain. So I love the fact that we're including the fact that we might have rain.
What I noticed about all those is look how close all those numbers really are. And like it's like the wind too, like 4 to 6 miles per hour. It doesn't vary from that. It's all very consistent, which seems not like the weather usually is.
I think once we get towards the end of September, the winds come. I mean, usually there's always a nice windstorm right after the equinox, and you know, the everything will start picking up, and I call it my trees singing because my trees will start to sing and the leaves go back and forth.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yes.
You know, this is the time of year I think it triggers anxiety in me. And
Does
I think
it?
it's from growing up in Alaska because about the middle of August, it starts raining. And here we don't get that so much, and I'm trying to get over it, but it's just, I think it's a triggered response just from growing up. Having the rain start about the middle of August, and it doesn't stop. Like, it literally will rain continuously until it turns to snow in early October. So pretty much once it starts raining, you know, from my childhood, it's summer's over, and it's pretty much, that marks the beginning of winter, and it's, you know, before school starts, and it's
all that stress, all that stuff happening.
Yeah, and all the, oh my goodness, there's all this stuff I got to get done outside. And there, by the time the rain starts, it's already too late because it gets too wet to do anything outside. The ground gets muddy.
Wow.
You know, you can't pour concrete. It's, you know, doing construction and stuff, you had to really hustle to get that last bit of stuff done before, you know, about this time of the year. If you don't get it done by the middle of September, you're done.
Yeah.
You know, your project's got to be put on hold for the next 8 months.
Yeah, we actually experienced that firsthand in a very graphic way. We were rebuilding our RV, and the welders got sick. It was pre-COVID, but the welders got sick, and so their shop was down with our rig in the shop.
Oh, yeah.
For like, 3 weeks, and so it put our whole reconstruction timetable back. So by the time we got the RV back from the welders, again, we had taken it all the way down to the chassis and had found rust on the chassis. So they were fixing places where the chassis needed to be reinforced or, bars replaced. And we had one wall up on the side, and then the winds came.
Oh.
And so we had it underneath one of those temporary covers, and we had it tarped down, and the wind was blowing it and ripping it up, and Daniel is over there trying to climb on a ladder, we're 14 feet up, right? Trying to get the tarp off because it was just a sail.
In a windstorm.
Yeah. And she's like, get it off. And I'm holding the leg of this the enclosure, trying to keep it on the ground.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's scary.
Right. And then it got too cold and all of our screws were snapping, and it was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, that's horrible.
So we were out there with little portable heaters until I found a place we could, drive it in and work on it inside. But oh my gosh, yes, I'm very aware of that panic. Oh, the winds are coming.
Well, I mean, like in our 4 seasons here, we start losing light, and the lack of light causes some there's a correlation between mental illness and the seasons.
Oh, there's
and
a
then
lot of
even more so,
correlation,
even more so as you go further north because it's even more drastic, the change from one to the other. So it might be like what you're feeling, Chuck, is maybe the memory of that too.
Yeah.
On top of everything else and the pressure and whatnot. So
Well, I know like growing up there where it gets so dark, the SAD lights are a big thing that a lot of people have in their homes, the SAD for seasonal affective disorder. And that's, from again that depression, that dark, when you live somewhere where you get, 45 minutes of daylight for, a month or two out of the year.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on you, and then it's just that also the shift back and forth, because during the summertime it's almost 24 hours of daylight, and then that shift you can never get in sort of a rhythm, you can never get in a groove with your schedule,
right?
Because the daylight shifts so fast that you can't base anything off of daylight.
Wow.
So it's this weird, you'll go out to mow the lawn and not realize it's 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
Because it's broad daylight out. So
right.
It's a weird sort of thing that you never get used to. So
that would be weird.
Year after year, there is no. It's not consistent enough to ever get used to it.
Wow.
So it's nice in the summertime to have light to do stuff.
Like all day.
You can go fishing at 3 a.m. and have plenty of daylight. To see what you're doing. So.
Have you ever just like gone until your body literally collapsed because you didn't realize? Oh wait, it's I've been up for 24 hours.
Usually from about the middle of June to about the end of July. Yeah.
Wow.
You just don't sleep.
You just go.
Oh my gosh.
Then you hibernate during the winter.
No wonder you had seasonal anxiety. You're like,
You hibernate.
It's like Las Vegas on a bunch of speed.
Right? Pretty much.
Without as much to do.
You just described Wasilla, Alaska. Without the casinos. Yeah. All right. So we get
wait. School breakfast.
Oh, school breakfast.
I
yeah.
love this. This is my highlight of the day. Okay.
All right. Take us through it.
On Friday, we have cold variety cereal. We have banana split breakfast smoothies, which we still have to clarify. They might mean banana split something else and then breakfast smoothie. So I should call the school today.
I got to say, like, if it was like a banana split made with yogurt, that would That would actually be pretty good.
I think so too.
I think that'd be delicious.
Yeah, but we need to clarify
Okay,
because we're
okay.
assuming that it's the breakfast smoothie, but we're not sure. But banana split breakfast smoothie, the bagel variety, super bakery bread.
I still got to know what that is.
I was just going to say. Then we have biscuits and gravy, and then the ultimate breakfast round, which I believe, didn't Sharon look that up or you looked that up last week, right?
I think
Yeah, it's like a granola energy bar type thing.
Right, it's like a little
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of options for breakfast. And then for lunch today, today's Friday.
It's a granola puck.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the puck.
Yeah.
as
I
well,
was trying to, I was not going to use that for me.
Yeah, I know. It can be easily misheard.
Right? I don't want to, go ahead and try it, kids. It's good. I promise. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have on the 13th today. Where is my September the 13th? 1,
Uh-oh.
2, 3, 4. There we go. We have homemade pizzas with salad, veggies, and fruit.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Homemade pizza. Homemade pizza.
Well,
Is it?
cafeteria made
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, I was gonna
I think what they're saying is it's not coming out of a box, right?
Right.
They're making it from scratch, so that's cool.
That's very cool.
it'd be cool. I think a big thing that schools for generations and across the country have always missed out on is some sort of culinary program where I guess then you'd probably delve a little bit into child labor laws.
No, I
If you
agree.
had the kids
In the
do a
kitchen.
class to prepare food.
Yeah.
They could rotate, especially like elementary schools. They could rotate classes on a monthly basis.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I know my oldest stepdaughter. She went to an alternative school, and they actually had a culinary program. And the students actually did all the cooking when they did special events. The students did the cooking, and it was like going to a restaurant. You go there and
Yeah.
the food that came out of that restaurant for
I'm sure it
special
has
events and-
insurance. Like, the insurance is
yeah.
way too expensive. They can't. No,
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's that. I do remember
It would still be neat, though. Yeah.
in elementary school they would get the they would get volunteers to help with lunch, like help put out the lunch, and you'd go in beforehand and you help divide up the things and get the trays out, and you weren't doing the cooking, but you were helping the serving and the preparing,
yeah.
and you would actually like serve food,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that was what I always loved doing. That they would be to the point where we're like, okay, put your hand down. We need
know you
someone
want
else.
it, yeah.
We need someone
I'll
else.
be like,
this
hey,
month."
Chuck, one extra scoop for me, buddy.
I
Thanks,
know,
man."
right?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
I was just thinking,
Yeah.
somebody comes through and you're like, choing. Not that
No,
I would
I-
ever do that.
You don't want to incite a riot or a food fight,
Right, right. Well,
That's big trouble.
I know, right?
It would be. That'd be fun. But
I remember getting called to the vice principal's office one time when.
did you?
Yeah, I think I started it actually.
started a food
yeah,
fight?
Yeah, I took the whole tray of food. A friend of mine, I still friends with him to this
Yeah, yeah,
day.
yeah.
But yeah, it was just like I think what he did is he was, how sometimes somebody might grab something off your plate and eat it. Well, he grabbed one of my carrots and then it broke off when he
Oh,
was dipping
no.
it in the ranch, and the ranch went on my shirt, and so that was the catalyst. He wasn't really trying. It wasn't something that I should have done what I did afterwards, but I grabbed his whole tray and I just dumped it on him.
Oh,
and then
wow.
it proceeded. The whole table started throwing food at each other, and then of course it, it just kind of
Escalated from there.
pouring like oil or not. It would be like hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. Just all of a sudden
Just
it was
erupted.
a volcano. Yeah, it was
So,
great.
Craig, you're a bad boy.
Yeah,
Craig's a bad influence.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I meditate now.
I was gonna say I've never been in a food fight. I don't think I can't remember. I mean, sitting around throwing food at each other across the table,
Right.
sure, but never like these big, like full cafeteria food fights.
I haven't. I've been like camping with the watermelon and rind, where you're tossing that back and forth. But nothing epic like what you have described.
Yeah, it was
This
pretty
is,
cool.
You are probably single-handedly responsible for the new food policies at the school to this day.
Probably.
Was that here?
Yeah, it was in Chihuahua. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they have? We had a little story yesterday about corporal punishment and how 14 states still allow it
Yeah.
in schools.
When I was in grade school, but not. I can only remember like up to like third or fourth grade, probably.
Yeah. Did they?
Maybe fifth grade, but
Did they have the paddle?
there was the paddle.
There was the paddle. Yeah.
I actually was never paddled myself, but I had a friend who was just chronically in trouble. 'Cause
Oh,
he
yeah.
talked back to teachers. Smart kid, right? But did not know how to keep it to himself. So
I think I remember in Findlay, Washington. I went up to third grade in Findlay before we moved, and it was our principal had the paddle up on the board, And I don't know if anyone around here is listening that went to Finley Elementary over down by the Tri-Cities.
The paddle.
It was Mrs. Eggers.
Oh, wow.
Mrs. Eggers. And we called her the big lady. And she was over 7 feet tall.
Wow.
So she had some leverage with that paddle.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure she was over 7 feet
We
tall?
measured her in a assembly, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like
Really?
close to record book tall.
Wow.
Yeah, she was yeah.
Wow.
She was up there.
Okay.
Last I checked, she was still around. I don't think she was that old when she was a principal back in the 80s, but
Terrorizing children with the paddle.
right. I don't know if she ever. I'd heard there were always the rumors going around that
Right.
she'd used the paddle. It was up on her wall. I'm not sure if she ever actually used it, but even if she did, she was a very sweet lady. I don't think she would have hit anybody.
But can you
Hard.
imagine? Can you imagine a part of your job was to wallop kids?
Other people's kids.
Other people's kids.
Could you even imagine doing
I
that?
could be like, I can't even imagine like what mindset you would have to go into to be like, yes, I'm now going to whack your bottom with this paddle.
When did you know it was your calling, sir?
Right.
Yeah.
That sounded ominous.
We have some people who joined us today. We have Will Lee and we have Alec Trammell.
Yeah,
Good morning, you guys.
I know both of them fellas, yeah.
See, you're here because of Craig.
And they're like brothers, so that's kind of interesting,
Nice.
huh? Yeah.
You know, speaking of people that need a paddling, we have some local birthdays. Yeah.
Some spankings.
Stay away,
Right.
stay away.
And these people are due some birthday spankings. We have, oh gosh, it's dark in here. Let's see.
I don't know. Oh gosh, it's dark in here.
I
Have you
know.
ever noticed that?
You know, the wording on this calendar is so tiny. And it's kind of like a lighter, like a gray, not necessarily a black. So in the dim light in the studio here, really hard to read. Okay, so we have. I'm trying to see if I can read this. Cameron Wishar is what it looks like, and Stephen Rooker with birthdays, and then Nick and Narissa looks like Smith have an anniversary. Nick and Narissa Smith,
Nice.
yeah.
Happy anniversary.
I'm having a harder time than normal reading this today. Maybe I should.
I know. It's like, do you need your bifocals?
What-
What do you need there?
one of these days, I might go get some glasses.
Some carotene.
Right.
Are we ready for the birthday song? Happy,
There you
happy
go.
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yay. Hey.
Hey. We need an anniversary song too. Do you have an anniversary song for
Oh,
us?
you know, it's just not happening.
Isn't
and
it?
not
Happy
feeling.
anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
There you go. Is that one trademarked?
Happy anniversary, huh?
Is that one trademarked?
Not in that key, because
I think we're safe.
It-
We
it-
have made it our own rendition.
It doesn't count like the people that post the YouTube videos and the clips and stuff where they of movies and they speed up the audio by just a
Yeah.
just a tiny little bit, and then they get around the copyright laws because the algorithms don't pick it up when they don't have the little chipmunk voices and I talk really fast like this. Yeah.
pretty good at that.
Maybe we should just do our morning show really quick like this, like we're all just a
Are
little
you
bit
saying
faster.
that I sound like a chipmunk?
No, no, maybe not.
Maybe. Will says, brother from another mother. Yay.
Brother
Yeah,
Will.
he's talking about Alec. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Hey, really quick, I just want to give another shout out and a big thank you to you, Craig, and Will and Rob Lee for over the weekend. Matt Hopper and the Roman Candles.
It was amazing.
Was a great show. Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten
we
some
really-
good
job.
kudos from Matt Hopper specifically
Yeah.
for kind of smoothing things over, making that all work out well.
Yeah.
Will did great with front of house.
Smoothing
and-
things over, you made it sound like there was a problem to begin with.
I know. I'm like,
Well-
well, there's history here.
we avoided
Make-
problems.
Making things run smoothly.
Yeah.
You're talking about audio problems, technical problems,
Yes.
not like fights or anything. There was no fighting
No,
before the show.
really good crowd
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
Really good.
and pop in and listen to that live show. I mean, it's a 2-hour show with a little bit of a break in the middle for intermission, but sound quality, I was really happy with how it all came together. I listened to the whole thing, just
Oh,
to,
yeah.
and there was only a couple spots where I could noticeably hear like his voice maybe distorting a little bit, but
Yeah.
he also sings with some gravel, so it's hard to
He
tell
does.
whether it's like when the guitar gets distorted or a voice gets a little bit elevated. It's hard to tell if it's the microphone actually cutting out or if it's intentional.
Yeah. Well, he told us too that before he came here, the band was on tour, and the last 2 or 3 places they played with wildfires, they were playing in like outdoors, literally in a cloud of smoke. So his
Well, and he sounded hoarse anyway.
his
you
voice
know,
was a little tore up from playing night after night. They played back-to-back shows before they came here. In the smoke. So yeah, his
He
voice was a
probably
little.
really appreciated being inside and out of the smoke.
Well, and then again, other than the guitar player singing a few backup vocals, he's singing all those songs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
a long time to sing all the songs. I mean,
Yeah.
Will and I sing a lot, but we go back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it helps, to be able to just take a little bit of a break. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. If you haven't heard it yet, you can go to our Facebook page. We've been having some weird issues with our streaming. It's telling us that we are streaming all the time. Like if you go,
Oh,
I've noticed the
my.
last few days, if you go to the Facebook page, the little red ring is around our
The
profile
live
picture
ring.
that says live.
Wow.
But you click on any of our live videos and it won't let you watch them. I don't know if that's stopped doing it, if there was a glitch, but we haven't been streaming live. It's just said
That's
we are
weird.
and not let those previous live videos play. So,
Well, we just told everybody to go to our website and check it out. Now
I
you're saying
know.
that nothing is working.
but it didn't.
Wait a minute, Jack.
So this morning, what's been happening is I go to click when we start streaming, which, by the way, we are streaming on Facebook again. If you, obviously, because
Right.
people are commenting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess that would be obvious, huh? Yeah. Sorry about that. We got
Have
a little
another
late
sip
start
of coffee.
there.
Yep, I
Right?
hear you.
But yeah, so it was this morning. It didn't do that. It's been doing when I go to start the stream. It'll say, "Hey, someone else. Your live stream key is already being used. Would you like to overwrite it?" And I say yes. And then the next time, it started that since Wednesday.
Maybe our German friends are hacking in because they want to have their KCHW podcast themselves.
Is David Hasselhoff around? You'd like to hear the David Hasselhoff? Yeah, no, probably. Sorry, Germans. That was a really bad, offensive accent.
Yes, it was.
That was-
Bad.
I'm
Bad,
sorry.
Chuck.
I'm sorry.
But you're so right about David Hasselhoff. What a extremely huge star he is in Europe. I mean, it's just amazing.
They love the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's so charismatic, though. Looks
Yeah.
great in a bathing suit, too. That's what I've heard.
Right?
Right?
The
How
many
skip,
of us can
the
say
skippier
that?
the
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
The visuals in this room. We're like, no, my eyes, my eyes.
We're gonna take a quick break here and bleach our eyeballs. Thank you very much.
Oh, goodness.
For your own viewing pleasure, we're gonna post that live on our Facebook feed. No, we're not.
We're not.
We're
Yeah.
not.
Thanks for being the lifeguard in here.
Wasn't there the one video? And I'm sorry, David, if this is offensive, but wasn't there like some video where he was, we'll say, inebriated slightly or more than slightly, like in a Speedo, rolling around on the ground, lamenting about something on
I've
the phone. to
completely
somebody?
deleted that from my memory.
I was going to say, you have way more David Hasselhoff imagery than I have. I just,
Maybe I'm just like compiling all of
You
my
might be.
my visual images of David Hasselhoff into
You
one.
do have an active imagination, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do a search here. David
my imagination is
Hassel-
worse than AI. It comes up with the weirdest stuff.
Look, he's right here. He's right here.
Don't do it.
They know we're talking about him.
Don't do it.
Speedo.
Oh,
Don't do
no.
it.
Don't do it. Why are you going to do this? You're going to pollute us.
I have to know. I
Oh.
mean, he has. Now he's like, all right.
He's
Let's
a good
see.
swimmer.
Yeah, he's a good swimmer.
Yeah. Well, he's a lifeguard, right?
And a couple things. Let's see. I mean, he had to be.
He was a Speedo model, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Are you? I'm glad I can't see that computer because
I'm sorry. I'm having a moment.
Okay, Paula.
Okay, sorry. All right. Whew. All right, I better close this
Okay.
page.
It must get hot, though, wearing that sweater all the time.
I know, right?
I'm-
I can't say anything. Okay, I'm gonna close the page.
but like Will,
You still have the bleach.
right? I've got some hand sanitizer right here. on the table.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the SpongeBob movie. Oh,
Yeah.
Why my words are not working? The SpongeBob movie with David Hasselhoff. Yes, that's one of the things that came up.
The Hoff.
Yeah.
I
I used to watch Knight Rider. I mean, as a
Oh,
kid.
yeah,
yeah,
me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I had the car.
Me, right?
Yeah.
I had the car. It had the you put AA batteries in it, and it would light up and go back and forth. Oh yeah.
Mhm. I remember that and Airwolf. Those were like the shows that my brother
was
and I
in
were just.
Airwolf?
He wasn't in Airwolf, but those two shows were kind of, and then
Oh.
A-Team, like all those, like we used to watch those.
I was gonna
all
say I
the time.
loved Airwolf.
Yeah, Airwolf was really
It was
really
so
cool.
underrated.
Oh yeah, A-Team. I think when I was a teenager was part of the reason why I was so into Vans. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, too
yeah.
funny.
I was a big van guy. You know. Yeah. I
Now on that weird side route we just went there.
Yeah, we
Yes,
had to
kid,
get
the
off the
car.
Hoff. I'm sorry.
right.
Yeah,
Get,
yeah.
get off the. Sounds like a drug. Kids, don't do Huff. Stay off the Huff, kids. Stay in school. Especially you, Germany. Stay off the Huff. Wow.
We're gonna get a letter. I can
Right?
see it now. Oh goodness.
Oh man.
So Chuck, are there any events happening today?
There are. There was some good stuff happening last night. If you weren't out and about,
Yes,
the Taste of Chihuahua was an excellent event last night. There
Oh
was
my God, did you go?
What
You
a
were
success!
playing.
Yeah, I was playing, and then I'm assuming they sold all the tickets for the event.
They
They did
Yeah.
about a week ago. They sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was great. Yeah,
So there were people scalping tickets online and
There, a lady from New York. Yes.
yeah.
I was shocked.
There were some scams going around of people.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a couple posting on the local page. I got a couple extra Taste of Chihuahua tickets.
Yeah.
I'll send you my Venmo. Give me your
Yeah.
payment information.
right.
Yeah.
And they're from Nigeria or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Hey, my sister's watching. Hi, Jane.
Ooh, hi Jane.
Hey, Jane.
That's awesome. That's
Right?
awesome.
Yes, but I watched. It was so neat. Josh was over by West Side.
yeah, with
and
Bill
so-
Titterman. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was really cool. I saw a lot of people walking around. I saw the wonderful drumming group. What is it?
Yep.
Heartbeat, the ladies, and they had a little
They're
crowd there.
by the
the corner
crosswalk,
of-
right?
Yeah,
yeah. On the corner
the
of
one
Main
light
and-
in
The
Chihuahua.
stoplight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
the stoplight. Yeah.
The stoplight.
I'm kind of wondering. There's a lot of people that use the one stoplight town as a a reference point for Chihuahua, but it would be really nice while they're doing the road construction if we had a temporary second one on King Street.
Where's King Street?
The next one
yeah,
down.
the-
Yeah, King is always a hard one to take a turn going south,
Yeah.
just because the light usually messes you up. So I usually don't even try that. I
Yeah.
just go around another way. But
Yeah, go around.
because
I
it
don't-
just kind of
To
traffic
take
gets
that
pretty
left
bad
turn
right
on the
there.
King, especially with the construction going on.
Yeah.
It's been a little weird. I'm not complaining because I'm really happy they're doing
I'm
the.
super happy
yeah,
they're doing the work on
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I've been here since 2017, and since 2017, we've heard, are they ever going to fix
Mm-hmm.
West Main? Because they would, there would be patches. Obviously, they needed the money to do it. A very expensive project, so they had to wait till they get the funding. But
Yeah.
happy they're doing it. But at the same time, my sleepy little street is now the main.
Right?
One of the main streets going from one end to the other. So it's been a little weird having to deal with
Right.
traffic
Yes. Well, like
on my
the-
quiet, sleepy little
yes.
street.
Because one of the detours goes down, I think, your street to the end, and then it
Yeah.
comes over and it comes down Victoria, our street.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so there's a lot more traffic around Triangle Park than I'm used to. I
I mean,
admit.
Chihuahua traffic, yeah, it's not
I
bad.
know.
It's not
I know.
bad,
We're
but
not
it's
complaining. But I mean, there's more cars than I'm used to. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, you're used to
Yeah.
seeing like a random dog in the park, but not like more cars
Yes.
driving around.
Yeah.
Yes. See, and the dog reference. We had a lovely dog visitor come visit us at Chihuahua Park, at the
Yeah.
Triangle Park. Yeah. It was awesome. Really sweet girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
aw.
Yes.
Aw.
So
But-
sweet.
Yeah, I'm glad that I saw that because I knew immediately who the owner was, so took care of her. Yeah,
Right.
Oh, good.
And Daniel went down because Daniel's like the dog whisperer.
Oh yeah.
So she was so sweet, and you could tell that she was very well cared for. She was clean and friendly, and not, just this big fluffy
Scarlett.
dog.
I was trying to remember her name.
Yeah,
Scarlett.
you just wanted to go over and
Aw.
give her a big hug because she was she's a Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard,
right?
yeah.
oh yeah.
And sweet girl, and there were some little kids at the park, and they're like, "We don't know whose dog this is, but it's not on a leash. Do you know everybody or where this dog comes from?" And I'm going over my itemized. I'm like, "Well, they have a dog, and they don't have a dog, and that's the retired couple. They don't have a dog, and
So you-
they've got a
You
black
know all the.
dog."
Are you
and-
compiling a list, a
Yes.
database of people's dogs in town? So
Yes, there used to be. I don't know if they're still there, but there used to be a really friendly, like pit bull, brown brindle kind of dog who was living in a house across the railroad tracks. But his favorite place to come was Triangle Park, and so he would be there a couple times, and you just walk and be like, "Okay, where's your house? Where's your house?" And he'd run away, and I'd follow him, and he'd look back to make sure I was still there. And I'm here. Where do you live? Come on, let's go.
He's like, come on, let's go home.
Right, and then I got there. His owner, his mom, was just getting out of the car from going to the grocery store, and she sees me walking with her dog. She's like, "Why do you have my dog?" I'm like, "Well, He's out.
Yeah.
So very sweet dogs.
Oh, so I don't know where that conversation started, but we were talking about the Taste of Chihuahua. Were you out and about last night?
Well, I drove by. We didn't have tickets. They
Oh,
sold out
okay.
before we could get tickets.
Okay,
But I
okay.
had to drive around and look at everything because it looked fabulous. Darling, it looked amazing.
It was this year. I think was the Battle of the Sliders.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were
Lots of sliders out.
lots of sliders. It was also there was some jokes. It was the Battle of the Sliders, and it was the battle to see who could fit the most food on those tiny little plates. Because
Right.
holy cow, amazing! That again, zero complaints whatsoever. Because the
Right.
food was all
Well,
amazing.
what I noticed is that I just saw lots of smiles.
Yeah.
And people saying that they were stuffed.
Yeah.
Good.
But we got halfway through. We ended up just grabbing a doggy bag, and we just started. Oh, thank you. I'll eat this later. Thank you. I'll eat this later. Take a bite.
I
just
saw
try
you
it.
had like a shopping cart by the time you were done.
Right. We came home with like 10 pounds of food. We got food for a week.
Gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot. There was I don't even know where to begin with some of the highlights.
Yeah, I'm like,
Well,
waiting,
Dave and
I'm-
Ray
I'm
were
here.
at Fired Up.
They
and
were.
then Jack George was at Sporty's.
Yep.
And then we were at the general store.
Yep.
And I'm wondering, was there any other music going on
Well, we
during
got
that event?
Josh
Well,
over
what-
Well,
at
Josh
Side?
and Bill, at
Yeah.
West Side Pizza.
Westside was our last stop. We got there like
Do they have slider
one.
pizzas?
No, they had a couple different types of breadsticks that were really good.
Oh, nice.
But we got there right as the band was packing up, right as they were. It was kind of a score because they're getting ready to go and they had their little heat case full.
Right.
So they're like, "Do you guys want a little more extra?" And we're like, "Yes, please."
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
But yeah, there was the casino hotel, the Mystiqua Hotel. They brought in these bacon jam burgers. I mean,
bacon jam.
and they were
What is bacon jam?
bacon jam. You make
Bacon flavored jam.
with with chunks of bacon. Yeah, it's sweet, mapley,
Wow.
like sticky, like you spread it on with a knife
What
over
you
the top of
generally
your
do
burger.
with a knife, Chuck. I don't use my finger to spread jam.
Well,
You know.
but it's like you don't like sprinkle it on or anything. You
They have bacon flavored vodka, but yeah, bacon flavored jam.
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, these again, the food quantity. These things were probably 4 inches tall,
Wow.
and the patty was probably 3/4 of an inch bigger than the bun all the way around it, and there were just massive cheese oozing over the edge.
oh my God, I'm starving now.
right,
Thank
right,
you. Yeah.
right next to the Andy's. They had this the sausage sliders with pretzel buns and peppers.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, Craig's over there getting hungry.
Yeah.
I know, we're
Yeah, I
all
was
like,
busy working the event, but
drool.
yeah.
And Lola's. Oh, you always get me with fried bologna. They had fried bologna. You get the fried bologna and the mustard
Right?
with the pickled red onions.
Yeah.
It was good.
Wow.
It was very good.
Very nice.
Yep. And then Fired Up had this. They had two different options for like a bacon or like a not bacon, broccoli slaw, and one was with bacon and one was without bacon, and it was delicious.
Now,
So-
did Quartzsite, were they doing something too?
the art auction was over there.
Yeah, the art auction.
The
was
art
over
auction
there. And
and-
Lola's
yeah.
is over there.
Oh,
The,
that's
the
right.
art
Yeah,
auction was there. Lola's is there,
Yeah.
and they had desserts from the Rusty Putter up the golf
Nice.
course. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. They had little delicate chocolate tulip cups with a mousse inside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Was it a mousse or a ganache? I think it was probably more of a ganache. It wasn't quite moussey, but it was good.
Sounds like it was
It was
really good
good.
and rich.
John Raymond from 395 Coffee was there. He brought a
John, I don't have coffee.
I
I'm
think per capita we
coffeeless.
probably have the best selection of coffee and food.
Oh my gosh,
for
it's so amazing.
for the size of population we have here.
Yeah.
yeah.
In if you just think about the city limits.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of people that live outside of the city that come into town, but
Yeah, especially for Taste of Chihuahua.
It's
Yeah.
funny. There is a thing, and I know I did it too when we first moved here. Like, oh man, there's not very many restaurants here, which there's a lot more now than there was when I first moved here.
yes.
But
Just
when
getting
you
better.
when you start to think about it, if you're in a city, yeah, there's a lot more restaurants. But think about the people that live here. There's
Yeah.
like a restaurant for every 10 people.
You know what we're really
I love
hoping
it.
though?
Yeah, yeah.
We're really
Right.
hoping that an Asian restaurant comes in though. I mean, that would be so cool if you could go down Maine for some good Chinese food.
Yeah.
that
we
would
can,
just,
we
like,
can
make
get the
it-
Thai food at the farmers market,
Yeah,
right when
yeah.
they're there. But
Yep.
that's about it right now.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that the fish truck comes. I mean, it's such a highlight to town, and I love that everybody supports him so much. We're like, the fish truck is here, the fish truck is here. And I have to tell Jane, my sister's a
The
fisherwoman.
British are coming. The British are
right?
coming.
Well, it's like for me, like I go into say the old Chinese restaurant in Colville, which has been there for quite a long time, but then you
Right.
you kind of sneak back into the catacomb, back into the very back,
Yes.
and they have the like dark seedy kind of lounge, and I'm like, and to me, I'm just like, this is where karaoke has to happen.
Do you need an invite
Yeah.
to get back there?
Is
Is it
no, you
like
can go back there. They just, it's like one of those, like, they don't really use it much. So it's kind of like a catch-all in a sense, like there might be, like, there's a pool table back there, but you can't really play on it because there's like some
A
stuff
wall,
around it. and-
seats, yeah.
yeah.
so you don't
But I
like,
see some like relics of the past, like, oh, there's a microphone that probably somebody sang into and they were really they probably not in the shape to sing because,
Right.
it's a karaoke bar.
That's what happens in Asian karaoke bars.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Too much sake.
So you don't need to like give the waiter a secret wink or a secret
no,
code.
it's just not-
they're
it's
they're
just-
like, oh,
You're like, hey, I want to sit in the lounge. They're like, no, you cannot sit in lounge. I'm just teasing.
We know you. You must stay away.
yeah, that's fair.
It just reminds me of the chalet because like the lounge there was like the same type of like dark kind of, but you can't really see it from anywhere else. But then they didn't really use it much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's you talking about the dragon place on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. There is a lounge in the back there.
I never knew that.
But I thought, having a place like that in Chihuahua would be cool because
Oh
it
my
would
gosh,
just be
it'd
like
be
a
so
throwback,
cool.
and then
Yeah.
you got the
I would love that.
Yeah.
Some
That'd be awesome.
something ethnic here would be nice. Chinese or Indian. Oh, I'd love a good Indian restaurant.
Indian.
Get some good curry.
Oh, num 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 num. Yes, that would be amazing.
That would I think a lot of the stuff around here that would blow people's minds to get a good Indian restaurant here.
That would be really good.
Yeah. Ooh, I'd love that.
Now
That's
I'm
I would be
dreaming of
broke
Indian
because I'd
food.
eat there every day.
Right?
We do with our Indian food. We do our rice rooms is what we call them, where we take the rice and because then we'll make like an X. We taught our kids this when they were young in Indian restaurants. You make like a plus shape on your plate, and then you can put all the different foods on your plate and not have them all mixed together.
Oh.
You create rooms with your rice. You see, you build the walls.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that the next time I
Yeah.
go.
And then you take little bits of the rice as you go, and then by the time your plate's done, you've eaten all your rice and you've eaten your 4
Yeah.
rooms. Yeah.
Actually, rice is it's important for me. Like, I cannot have my Indian curry without my rice. It's got to be the jasmine rice. If they're not mixed together, my saag paneer's not
Yep.
mixed with the rice,
Yep.
you can't eat it.
Mm-hmm.
You need
You need the rice.
you need your rice and you need your naan.
Naan,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't. Can you? Is it Indian food without naan and rice?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm going to say no.
Right.
Oh
So
my
anyway,
goodness, stuff
excellent-
going on. Yes.
Excellent event last night. Do I have applause over there? No, I don't. A big round of applause for the Chihuahua Arts Guild for putting that
Yay!
together.
Great
That
job.
was
Great job.
An amazing
Thank you,
event.
Arts Guild.
And again, no complaints about the quantity of food. Do it again next year because that was awesome.
So cool.
I mean, I have never for $20 I've never had that much quality food
Right?
for $20 with dessert and activities
Entertainment
and
and
entertainment
art.
and art. It was amazing.
Yes.
Good stuff, everybody. Good stuff. All
I
right.
love this town.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. So we have what is today? Today's the 13th.
13th, Friday the 13th.
Oh, the Chamber of Commerce meeting just ended at the casino. You're too late for that. Sorry. Adult pickleball is at the golf course from 9 a.m. to 11:30. We have coming up at 11 a.m. the Chihuahua Farmers Market.
Yes, our award-winning farmers market.
The award-winning Chihuahua Farmers Market. Now, immediately after at the end of the Farmers Market, 3:30 p.m. today,
Today.
the apple pie eating contest.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Mhm.
I was so excited to throw my teenager in the apple pie eating contest.
Mm-hmm.
He has a singing lesson.
Oh no!
I know.
can't get out of it.
Bye, apple
No.
pie.
No,
How-
are you kidding? I totally flaked on Stasia. I'm like,
How-
oh no, we signed up for hikes on Fridays. We can't do this. And then I realized the hikes were every other Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she was turning her schedule upside down. She's like, oh my gosh, Sander is doing so
How-
well. I want to get him in here
How often does he have singing lessons?
every other week.
How often is the apple pie eating contest?
Well, I
Once a
cannot.
year.
No, I can't. I can't. She would like ban us as clients. It would be bad. But I was so excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, Sandra will love this, And then I'm like, oh, fail.
Oh,
It's
no.
like he's gonna get out of of singing lessons, and the pie eating contest is going to start. There's like,
What if he gets out like 15 minutes early?
I don't know. I'll ask her. We'll see.
Because I mean, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. He would have his vocal cords warmed up already
I know, right?
to let that pie slide on down. I'm just saying.
I wonder if you can go a la mode just to, increase the difficulty.
Right?
Ooh,
Oh, that would make for some good pictures.
I bet you could bring your own. I bet you they wouldn't object if you brought your own ice cream.
Well, things are going to be running a little tight for us, so I'm not going to be bringing. Look at Jane's like, yes, apple pie. Go for apple pie. I will, Jane. I'm not going to. That's something, Xander can't miss it. I mean, good heavens. He missed the cherry splat.
Oh, that was
Right?
that was a fun one too.
That was, but you
That
need
was
to
fun.
let kids practice with your slingshots, because I hear a lot of children in Chihuahua practice specifically for the cherry splat.
Yeah.
And they said your slingshots were stiff.
Oh, yours, me, mine.
Yours personally. Well, whoever.
There wasn't. It wasn't my slingshot.
Well, whoever sponsors a slingshot splat,
Yeah.
their slingshots were very stiff, and so a lot of kids who knew how to use slingshots, like one kid's like, I use slingshots all the time. I knock things off of our fence, and he was really upset.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because he couldn't. It was so stiff.
Well, I think too the stiff slingshot and soft cherries. The cherries were very soft.
They were very
so,
soft.
So it made it fun. It was a little messy.
Here, oh no, not that one. Here, oh no, I killed that one too. Here.
I know what I did was I just put that thing in there and I just squeezed all the cherry out and then just shot the
You
seed.
just shot the seed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's for apple pie eating contest 3:30.
Gonna be
Looking
epic.
I'm looking at a press release from the farmers market right now, and they say they still don't know why. Why? Because they like to have fun.
Right?
Why not?
Perfect.
Yep.
No excuse needed.
Yep. And it says they recommend you bring some hair ties to hold your hair back.
Right?
I would recommend maybe bring a moist towel or something if you have a
Yes.
beard. Like Craig, if you were to compete, I would recommend
yeah.
a towel or something to bring with you.
Yeah, definitely for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wear a lot of it. Maybe like a bib.
Maybe, actually, that's not a bad idea. Hey, Jane says she's going to come for the cherry splat. When is the cherry splat again? It was earlier this year.
Yeah, it was, cherries are one of the first to ripen.
Right?
Yeah,
So
it was
is
pretty early in the year. I think it might have been
June?
early June,
Okay.
late May, early June. It was one of the earlier events.
All right, Jane, I'll have to let you know. You're just going to have to move to Chihuahua.
I know
Yep.
that the weather caused my parents' cherries not to really produce this year because
Yeah,
there
it's
was the late frost.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
we have an
weird.
abandoned house a few houses down from us, and it's
It's a
No,
good target
not
to
to
practice.
my
or what?
sister.
No.
no, they have the Rainier cherries. You know the modeled
Ooh,
ones that are
yes.
like my favorite cherries. They have a big Rainier cherry in there, in a couple of them in the yard.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, by the time we ever get to them, they're
Too
kind of
late.
they get kind of wormy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of worms. It's hard to get the ones like our apple tree. We have an apple tree in our backyard. We can never eat them because they're just too full of worms. But
Well, this year we have some. Okay, so Chihuahua people, I need you to answer me. Jane says, "Good luck, Craig, on the pie eating contest with your wonderful beard." So she's
Thank
rooting
you.
for you,
Hey,
right? So,
I'm in it for the pie. If I win, that'll be good.
but our plums are green. Like they're falling off the tree. They're ripe. They're sweet. They're delicious. But they're green.
this
that-
year,
Here, yeah,
oh wow,
the ones in our backyard.
They might be like a cross plum something else, give them that color because they're not like
Yeah.
a reddish purple kind of.
No, well, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Here in South Bluff, Green Bluff, what am I saying? Green Bluff, we used to go harvest the purple ones and then the yellow ones. And then we dry them and they make fabulous little snacks. They're
Oh,
sweet and
awesome!
sour
Yeah,
and they're
those-
so
yeah,
good.
I love
yeah.
them. I love them.
But I keep, I told Daniel and Xander, okay, our tree's not green, it's not purple, it's not ready, but they're ripe, they're soft, they're falling off the tree, but they're green.
It's just the variety, I'm sure. Yeah. Or
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
as long as they're tasty.
I know we
Yeah.
we have a couple of European plum trees in the back. You know the really yummy black ones.
Well, that's what
And-
my app says our tree is, but
Yeah.
they're green. Yeah.
Our yard has been so overgrown this year. I literally have not even been back there to check. You can't see it from our house. It's kind of obscured by other trees, but I've never been back there. I don't even know how they're doing.
Oh my gosh,
I
you've
d-
got to go. They're ripe.
Okay, if
Yeah.
I want to hear your plum report, people.
Yeah,
give us
yeah.
your plum reports.
Now, and I have to shout out to my neighbor. Nice guy sent me a text. I'm having neighbor guilt because he has a pear tree, an apricot tree, and a plum tree in his backyard. He's got the fruit trees, right? And he texted us and he says, "Hey, I'm not able to eat these. If you want to come over, you can harvest some." And I'm like, "Yes, absolutely. I need to get my dehydrator." We have been so busy this week. We have not been able to go next door and harvest, his wonderful fruit that he offered us. I'm gonna have to text him and be like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah, the
thank you
time is
so
now.
much."
Get that fruit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can process it and dry
Oh,
it, so
yeah.
you have
Yeah.
some, stock for the winter.
Well,
Yeah.
I have some fun stuff after the break
Yeah.
coming up about I have facts. I have apple facts.
Ooh.
Yeah, so some
Nice.
we can learn about apples and the apple harvest and some information you didn't know,
Right?
maybe you didn't care about, but now would find
We're
fascinating.
going to find out. Well, and
about
there's a couple
apples.
apple trees around town that are dropping apples. It looks like the apples are ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then Green Bluff did announce that their Honey Crisp are ready.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We also have the Northern Light Spotlight coming up after the break.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, so look forward to that. Stay tuned to find out what's happening around the
All
area.
kinds of local music. Let's get through the end of the calendar really quick though. We got kind of sidetracked here. All right.
Oh, there's two more in there. I didn't even see
Yeah.
that.
I'm looking at the wrong week. All right. So we also have.
open.
Let's see.
Now it's going to open because you looked at it.
Karaoke, Fired Up Pizza tonight. With
Yes.
That's
Craig
right.
Meyer. Is that you personally going to be there? Or you can have one of your.
It's actually Cry tonight.
Okay,
Yep.
very cool.
Next week I'll be down there, but
Very cool. And another important thing happening tonight. There is a fundraiser for Isabella that is happening.
Yes.
Yep, that's-
Yes. Go get dinner at the Legion today.
Exactly.
You cannot beat this meal. Tell us it's a huge menu of things for $15.
It is. It is. And yeah, this is for Paula and Lori Larson's granddaughter, Isabella. Nobody should have to go through this alone.
Nobody should have to
No.
go
Yeah,
through it alone.
let's-
And they're
let's-
not. The people of Chihuahua are rallying and going to support them. Come to the American Legion, right? And it is
The American Legion, so it's 5 to 9 p.m. They're having a dessert auction starting at 5:30.
nice.
The dinner is barbecue chicken, potato salad, macaroni salad, baked beans, a roll, and desserts.
All for $15.
All for $15.
I mean, that's a steal.
That's almost as much food as we got last night for $20. Right?
right?
Right? And then okay, so that is at American Legion Post.
Yes.
54. Help with the Scout Troop at 989 and Valley Warriors Against Cancer. So yeah, that's going to be it's going to be a good event. Even if you don't have time, they can box that up. I've heard for you to go.
That's what I've heard. You can call
Yep.
it, take it to go.
Yep. So take it to go. Get some food for your family. It's going to be a very inexpensive, very yummy meal. So
Right, and then I saved a flyer, and I'm looking at all the pictures on my phone of things that I've saved, and I have a lot of interesting things on my phone, but not the flyer that I'm looking for.
was it a flyer about that tonight, or a flyer about another
No,
event?
I thought it was another event. Of course, we have the Spokane Salish cultural event going on. That's going to happen on September 26th,
Okay.
and that's going to be amazing. A lot of things that are going to happen on that. There's going to be the Stevens County Historical Society Indian Agency Cabin presentation and tour on Thursday, September 26th at 6 p.m. And then at 6:30, can't read because it's really small writing here. Hold on. We have a historical museum, the Walt Goodman Historical Museum, is going to open it up and have their Native American presentation stuff, available and everything else roped off.
Cool.
And then a demonstration. There's going to be a beading demonstration by Leona Stanger. And then at 7 p.m., the Chihuahua Center for the Arts, there will be a presentation on tribal history, social time, and refreshments.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's going to be really
that's a
amazing.
great event. Look at
Yeah.
that poster too.
I know, it's really
Really
cool.
Really good.
They've got a lot of beading.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I can. I think it would be silly if I,
Can you show? Oh no! All we see is a bright flash of light.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think
So-
that's going to work. But yes, and then, of course, advertising my haunt. We're getting ready to put our haunt together. Sam over at Taekwondo has all of her Halloween boxes out, and oh my gosh.
I saw all that stuff in there.
Oh my God. They are just, every year they blow it out of the water. So definitely take a look. She's going to be releasing her hours and dates. And it's going to be epic this year. And no clowns. I might actually be able to get through it. So we'll see.
No clowns.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Sam directly about it, but I'm saying over the radio. I probably shouldn't say this till I've talked to everybody. But hey, that's what I I am going to propose, and I think this would be really fun if we could do a live on the air walkthrough
Oh my gosh.
of the haunted house.
Yes. Are you going to do mine as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we invited?
Of
to
course.
do a live walkthrough? That'd be
Oh
fun.
my
We could do both
gosh.
on the same night.
Yes.
We could
absolutely.
go do one and then go do the other.
Yes. Well, so you'll be like, you can either go and be terrified because in hers, there's stalls, there's animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
Her black belts are volunteers. They dress up and they jump out at people and they do the interactive haunts. I mean, it's a real deal. It's 5,000
Outstanding.
square feet of local terror brought to life. And every year she has a different theme. And
Yeah.
all I know is that part of it is going to be Egypt because she's been working on that sarcophagus for months. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then ours is going to be, it's not going to be made out of desperation and cardboard like it was last year. We'll actually have, wooden flats that will give us, a little more height than we had.
Hey,
last year, some of our tent was a little saggy and you had to but this year it's going to be awesome. And we have so many ideas about what we're going to do. So
Is that
yes.
related to this radio station? Cardboard and hope, and we run off duct tape and a prayer.
Yay.
Yeah, last year it was. It was a lot more solid than I knew, though, because when I was taking it down, I was literally hanging on the cardboard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but anyway, that
Wait.
is October 26th and 27th. Make sure I have the right dates.
Before we get too far out, though, I'm going to back us up to
Okay.
finish out this week really quick.
Yes.
All right, so then tomorrow we have the Fun in the Sun Fair in the park. Sunday, of course, we have the Blues and Brews Jam at Fired Up Pizza with
Yep.
Craig McQueen and the whole McQueen clan. Your clan, just a
Right.
whole gaggle of musicians from around town are going to be jamming.
Yeah, it's gonna
Jamming
be-
out.
Yeah, it's Daniel's favorite day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But you missed the two-person open best ball scramble at the golf course.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
that's
from
right.
7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be an all-day event, at least according to the chamber calendar.
Yep.
So that is going to be amazing.
Yep.
And then, of course, we have pickleball on Monday. And, of course, no story time yet. The library is still closed. Do we have any idea about when they're going to be able to get all the asbestos abated?
Story
or-
time is actually still happening. They're doing it on the lawn. All the
Oh,
other
very
all
fun.
the other library events are closed for the time being.
Right.
Story time is when they're still doing out on the grass.
Yay! Nice. I
So-
love that.
We should get it. Maybe I'll call and get an update, or if someone could call and get an update and get that information to us, or maybe if somebody from the library is listening,
Yes.
maybe give us an update and see if there's a ETA for that renovations to be completed. I know it's getting late in the year, so I'm sure they're probably feeling that
yeah. The
that
pressure.
seasonal anxiety
Yes.
of ooh, we got to get this done. Yeah.
Dude, we got some rain. Oh, my husband has signed on. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Daniel. So some other things coming up. We have Fall Fest coming up October 5th.
Yes.
So our headliner, we're ready to announce our headliner for the show.
yeah.
It is Max Daniels at New Jack City
Nice.
coming
So
to perform
awesome.
here. I am
Nice.
so excited about these guys. They're so
Yes.
good. Max Daniels is so good. He is so good at working a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets out there and he gets in the crowd, and the voice on this guy. You know, if
Lots
it's-
of soul.
Oh
Yep.
man! If it were the '70s, that dude would be like a platinum selling artist. You know,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
He does
You
really
told me
well
you
for
were looking
himself,
at it.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's incredible,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited to have him here.
Nice.
Really nice guy too. Been messaging with him back and forth. And he sent me a message this morning. Said a bunch of people are excited. We're gonna get some extra. He's bringing some of his followers up here. and-
Oh yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Okay.
He brings the party, so it'll be great for closing out the show during Fall Fest. Yeah.
I'm really
so
high
closing out the
energy.
show, what else is happening on Fall Fest? Give me all the deets.
Oh, so there's gonna be a car show over
Right.
behind the Mountain Market on Main. It's the I've got the poster for it. I can't remember there's a name for it before the something show and shine. The show and shine car show.
I'm gonna have to find the poster now.
We'll find that for us. There's Firefighter Olympics happening at the park in
Yes,
the park
I'm
at
so
noon.
excited about that.
We're gonna have live music going all day. We're gonna have vendors. So this event, we're gonna do it's gonna be done a little bit differently. There's actually not gonna be outside food vendors at this event. We want to have our local restaurants participating. So this is to support our local downtown businesses. What? Oh,
What's
that's
that?
that was Craig's coffee.
I'm supporting local.
I heard that
Oh
too.
my gosh, that was hysterical.
Sounded like paper tearing.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
Thank you, Yale Press.
Right. There's that totally distracted me. Yeah, the Firefighter Olympics. I was talking about the restaurants. So the restaurants are going to have specials. They're going to be to go. There's going to be outside seating. You'll be able to order your food. Some restaurants are going to have table service outside at the front. I think Fired Up said they're going to set up tables with their sort of brown bag specials for the event. Andy's is going to be there. They're going to have some stuff. Sporty's, I guess that would be all the restaurants. They're going to be, that's
really
not
general
all
store.
of them, but yeah. Yeah, all the restaurants are going to be participating, and we really want to encourage people to
Go to the restaurants.
yeah, go to the restaurants. And we don't want the event to take away from, a big crowd being able to support our local restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there are going to be food vendors. Toyota is the main sponsor for this event. So
Excellent.
So
Nice.
thank you to Toyota for that. Also, one of our newest radio station sponsors. Last time I had to run up to the tower to make some emergency repairs, replace a computer. They were gracious enough to lend us one of their vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah, really, really excited to work
That
with
is
them.
great.
Yeah, yeah, great group of folks over there.
And that's what you need to get to the top of Chewila Peak is a Toyota.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a perfect rig to get
I
up
want
there.
to go to the top of Chewila Peak.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Let's go.
What? Yeah. Well, it's not. it threw me
He's
off.
like, I need to because I need to get that computer swapped out.
Right. I'm just trying to think.
I've never
Okay,
been up there.
I'm trying to think of my schedule. No, we have. It's actually not. I can't remember the name of the mountain the tower's on. It's not Chewila Peak.
Oh, it isn't. It's on Angel
No,
Peak?
It's on the other side. No, I've heard the name of it multiple times, but I can never remember. Does it begin with a B? Is there a B? A peak with a B?
Drawing a blank.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll
Drawing
find
a
out.
blank.
We'll find out.
And I cannot find the poster.
All right, you
for
know what?
Fall
We are
Fest.
way late for our break. We got to get out here. We got to think of a thing. Speaking of our sponsors, we need to thank them.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. I almost said spanking our sponsors. Speaking of and
How
thanking our
corporal.
sponsors. Yep. Right?
That's a different show, Chuck.
All right. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna take a few sips of my coffee, get deflustered. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna have some stuff from the Northern Lights Spotlight.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we're gonna get some other stuff coming up right here after the
All
break.
the music. Yes.
Yep, we'll be right back. KCHW 102.7.
It's 8:25.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chewila Flooring.
Chewila Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewila Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chewilaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chewilaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service NOAA newscast, September the 13th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. In the near future, abortion care restrictions in North Dakota are expected to be lifted. That after a monumental court ruling on Thursday.
The state judge said North Dakota's ban on the procedure, part of a wave of abortion laws that stemmed from the U.S. Supreme Court's Dobbs case, violates the state's constitution. Prior to this week's decision, the state's lone abortion provider moved its clinic just across the border to Minnesota. But Dr. Ana Tobias, an obstetrician and gynecologist in Bismarck, says physicians in hospital settings had been weighed down by uncertainties about what to do in cases of medical exceptions under the law.
We have been made to choose between saving a patient's life and possibly facing jail time.
Tobias, a plaintiff in the case, says while there are no more abortion clinics in North Dakota, hospitals can at least step in during pregnancy complications without legal ramifications getting in the way. I'm Mike Moen.
Meantime, 2024 Republican nominee and former President Donald Trump held a Thursday campaign rally in Tucson. It is his first since this week's debate with Vice President Kamala Harris.
The former president told the crowd the debate was a victory for him, but said he won't participate in another one. He thinks it's too late in the election cycle and early voting has already begun in some states. Since the debate, new polling shows Harris has widened her lead over Trump by 5 points. During his speech in Arizona's second largest city, Trump touched on the economy and the housing crisis, 2 issues he pledges he'll fix.
But now Arizonans are experiencing an affordability crisis, and this is a crisis of historic proportions. Do you agree? You know that. You know what's going on in this area in particular. Today, not a single major city in Arizona is considered affordable, not one.
The Center for the Future of Arizona has found almost 80% of likely voters across political ideologies agree the state needs more affordable housing. Another key issue is immigration, with 82% of likely voters saying they consider the U.S. southern border an international humanitarian crisis. I'm Alex Gonzalez reporting.
Reuters notes the recent debate attracted 67.1 million television viewers, according to Nielsen data. And New York groups are building support with federal lawmakers for several voting rights bills.
In passing the Freedom to Vote Act, the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, and the Native American Voting Rights Act, some hope to clarify how a person can access their ballot. New York has passed a series of voting rights protections since 2020, though attacks on them persist. Chaitram Aklu with the American Federation of Teachers says the federal bills create fair elections.
The John Lewis Act provides for federal review of changes to ensure new changes are not discriminatory. I think that's very, very important. And also the equal access to the ballot box.
I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
This is Public News Service. Tensions are rising in Springfield, Ohio, as controversial claims from Senator J.D. Vance about migrants in the area have garnered national attention.
Vance has suggested that migrants have caused significant issues in the community, including allegations of pets being abducted and eaten, a claim that was referenced during Tuesday's presidential debate by former President Donald Trump. While the validity of these claims remains unclear, they have fueled debates surrounding immigration policy. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine responded to the situation.
This is something that came up on the internet, and the internet can be quite crazy sometimes. And look, the Mayor Rue of Springfield says, no, there's no truth in that. They have no evidence of that at all.
While the claims about pets being abducted have not been substantiated, DeWine emphasizes that Springfield has faced challenges with a rapid influx of migrants. The city of about 58,000 residents has seen an increase in its Haitian population, with estimates ranging from 15,000 to 20,000 under temporary protection status. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
And a new study addresses the major impacts severe weather events worldwide have had on crops, from lost income and higher food prices to rising levels of hunger.
The report says this is especially true in low and middle income countries that rely heavily on farming. But food insecurity is also on the rise in Nebraska and nationwide, according to the USDA. Nationwide, the agency says over 1 million more Americans were food insecure in 2023 than in 2022. Eric Saviano with Nebraska Appleseed says the data shows a marginal increase in food insecurity in Nebraska, as it has in the past 2 years.
There's more people who do not know where their next meal is coming from, and there's more people who don't have the food that they need. It's worse for people who are Black and who are Hispanic, and it's worse for families with kids.
The study identifies a number of U.S. policies that could strengthen global food security. Several focus on women, whom the study says are disproportionately affected. I'm Deborah Van Fleet.
Finally, our Eric Tanoff lets us know a sanctuary for stargazing in Oregon is the largest in the world and is set to get even bigger.
In eastern Oregon, the organization Dark Sky International declared 2.5 million acres of the Oregon Outback International Dark Sky Sanctuary in the first phase of its process in March. It plans to increase the sanctuary to more than 11 million acres in the next few years. Damon Mott Story is the Oregon State Chapter Director of the Sierra Club and recently visited the area.
Anybody who's visited it on a clear summer night or otherwise will agree that it is very spectacular. It's a very unique and amazing place to stargaze and get into astronomy.
Mott Story says the area is far from urban centers and it's estimated that more than 2.5 times as many stars are visible than in urban areas.
This is Mike Clifford. Thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on great radio stations, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio is owned and operated by the Northeast Washington Community Radio Guild, a licensed 501c3 charitable organization. As such, we can accept donations and in return offer a tax deduction. Along with grants and general donations from our supporters, the majority of KCHW funding comes from the people we serve in our community. Those funds come from 2 sources. Sponsorships of our on-air programming, those are the announcements you hear at the top and bottom of each hour on the radio, and through the memberships of the Northeast Washington Community Radio Guild. Right now, we'd like to take a moment to thank a few of our gold level and business level members. You too can support Northern Lights Public Radio with an annual gift, just like these businesses and nonprofits.
Acres United Drug, the Chewelah Arts Guild, the Dragonfly Wellness Center, the Chewelah Chamber of Commerce, Edward Jones Deer Park, the Chewelah Creative District, Artil's Mountain Saw and Tractor, the Chewelah Farmers Market, JMT Petroleum, Chewelah Flooring, the Lane Mountain Company, the Chewelah Golf and Country Club, and the Rusty Putter Bar and Grill, mailboxes and more, the Chewelah Valley Lions Club, Dawson Trucking Incorporated, and DTI Ready Mix, New Health, serving Chewelah and Colville, the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary, the Nordlig Motel, Chewelah, PACA, and the Chewelah Center for the Arts, Richmond Logging, SETI's Ace Hardware, the Chewelah Independent, and the Trails Inn Gallery.
KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio. We are the music education station. And welcome back.
Wild.
Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. That was Craig McQuain leading us in there a little bit. Thanks for that, Craig. Appreciate it.
I think that we do not play our intro music when Craig does that. I don't remember us doing the intro music and then hearing Craig.
I wasn't sure, so we just went with it.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
So, yeah.
It's okay, because I think he was like, wait, I'm playing, aren't I? Am I playing?
I know. Sorry about that, Craig.
As always, Craig.
Hey, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for our sponsors during the break.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us this morning. Thank you for joining us and coming back with us. We're running a little late this morning. We only have 24 minutes left in the show already.
Well, it's all Craig.
A little bit late.
It's all me. I talk so much,
Right?
No. It's all we're getting for the Northern Lights music stuff happening.
Yeah, Northern Lights Spotlight.
That's right.
So the way this works is there is a group on Facebook called the Northern Lights Spotlight. We're at 116 members now, so we're steadily growing. That's great. We're getting more and more people getting involved. And every week we put up a post, and on that post you can comment your poster or just a text to let us know what you're doing, what you want us to plug here on the radio, so that we know where the live music is happening, and also other events too in our area. So just to shout out, I let you know that I'm playing Saturday up at the golf course with 2 stones and 1 bird at the Rusty Putter, and we're going to be playing from 6 to 8.
Is that something you do every week, or is it a rotating gig, or?
Hey Paula. closer to the mic there. There you go.
So this is the one time we're playing there this month, and it'll probably be our last performance up there this year. We played there 2 weeks ago, so I can see why you would think that. But yeah, they've been trying to have live music up there every week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What is and are you going back up to 49 degrees or?
Yeah, we should be this winter. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have good shows up there. So they love us up there. That's what I heard. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how much they love our quote. No, I'm just kidding.
I've heard rumors.
Yeah,
I've heard the rumors.
Yeah. All right, so what else we have going on in the area? Upcoming on September 21st, they're having Rock the Grounds in Springdale at the rodeo grounds. We're going to have a bunch of music happening there.
Cool.
The Jesse Quant Band, Coaster, Max Daniels will be there, which is great. Get a chance to see him before he's down here in Chewelah.
Yeah.
Right? Midnight Run, and there's also a bunch of other acts that are going to be going on all day there at the rodeo grounds in Springdale on the 21st. Jacob Van Noe, our friend from Spokane, is going to be involved in the Volume Festival they've got going on around downtown Spokane. Looks like he's playing at the Big Dipper. Let me see what he has here. The problem is I don't want to actually click on these and blow them up because then I won't be able to go back. If I do go back, then I have to reopen everything. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Go to Jacob Van Noe, and see what he's got going on. It's a very, very talented young musician from Spokane and friend. Let's see here. We have on September 28th, my band Two Stones, One Bird will be playing a benefit for the vets up in Colville at the Tawa Tattoo Parlor. Yeah. You're passing those. I already did those. Okay, Renetta DeVoe posted for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. We got Dave and Ray are going to be at the Fruitland Valley Vineyard and Winery on Saturday.
The artist formerly known? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish
Yeah,
it.
the artist formerly known as the Singing Fire Chief.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, they're quite the touring act in the summer months. They're all over the place. It's awesome.
They're getting busy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They stay very busy.
Yeah.
Renetta's great at getting those venues plotted out and fixed out, or and then promotes. It's so awesome to see.
She's a hustler, man. She gets out there and she's good.
Yeah.
Right, don't they have the cabin too, where they perform? You go up to the cabin and you get this wonderful barbecue, and you stay in the cabin.
The Mid-Mountain Saloon.
Yeah, they play for you, and then you can go ski the mountain. I mean, I need to get more information on that because that just sounds so cool.
Yeah, they're a power couple for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
Yep. So check them out.
Movers and shakers.
Yeah. So Austin Davis posted. This I'm actually going to blow up so I can read it.
Right.
Live music with Neon Interstate, September 14th from 8 to 12 a.m. at the Big Sky Drinkery, and that's in Hilliard, Spokane. So it's in Spokane, Washington. That's great that they're contributing to our little Northern Lights spotlight, right?
That is awesome.
Next on here we have Rochelle Elizabeth Ann Bergman. So Bergman Entertainment presents Luminous Veil Festival, a black light masquerade, 3-day camping Renaissance themed black light masquerade festival. I mean,
what?
Wow!
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
like
that sound
is that?
awesome? And it looks like there's a bunch of prizes for that weekend. It's going down September 27th to the 29th in Springdale, Washington, at the Tombstone Ranch with 20 private acres. Live fire. I'm guessing that's singing. Live fire, singing shows, Friday, Saturday night, workshops, drum circles. I mean, it just sounds like a real fun time. So maybe look into that.
Up. Yeah, what is it called again?
The Luminous Veil Festival.
Luminous.
And the venue is again Tombstone Ranch.
And what are those dates?
This is going to be the 27th of September through the 29th.
Okay.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
So that is. Am I just going to go ahead and have to give you the day off on there, Paula?
Right.
Yeah, you can see like Renaissance.
I know. I'm like, wow. I'm looking at that. Wow.
Renaissance and blacklight.
I'm just my brain is actually literally blown. I'm like, how can they have all of this as one thing?
Well, I'm sure it's just awesomeness is why.
Right? Awesome. Sheer awesomeness. Yes.
We need to take a quick moment so Paula can pick her jaw up off the floor.
Craig, what did you introduce me to?
I know. This is great.
This is happening like 20 minutes south of us?
20 minutes.
Wow.
This is so cool. I love this area. Imagine an enchanting blacklight masquerade ball where darkness becomes a canvas and revelry bursts forth in vibrant hues. Guests step into a world transformed where their elaborate masks and costumes come alive under the glow of ultraviolet illumination, radiating colors that shimmer and spark with every movement.
Wow.
Well said.
Right?
Well said. Yeah, good
oh,
writing.
Wait. Good writing. Look at the atmosphere is electric, pulsating with music that resonates through the air as shadows play hide and seek amidst the glowing decor. God, you guys are awesome. I love it. Oh, very cool. All right, now I'm going to be quiet. Go back to Craig. So really cool event.
Sounds like dancing's going to be happening. That's for sure. All right.
Good.
Amongst other things, probably. But
Good morning, Ken. Ken says good morning. Daniel said game over. What does that mean?
I think he we were talking about something, and he's like, "Oh, game over, man." So
Gotcha.
Either I didn't respond to something that he wrote, or he's responding to something we wrote. Daniel, you're so funny. Somebody should put her on the radio.
He highly recommends that. Yeah.
Well, this is an interesting one that Rob Lee sent to me, and I figured I would just add it to the spotlight because this is interesting to me anyway as a musician. The Inland Northwest Bluegrass Music Association Music Showcase at the Unitarian Church?
Yeah.
4340 Wishstocks Way,
Yeah,
Spokane.
it's by Spokane Falls Community College.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
And that's the first Saturdays, October through May. It's a jam and four concerts, 6:30. Okay,
Nice.
so very interesting. For more info, go to SpokaneBluegrass.org or Facebook Spokane Bluegrass. Okay.
I want everybody to know that Craig read that. The font is in cursive, and it's like this tiny. It's super. Where's my hand? It's super small font.
So it's tiny fonts. It's dark in here.
It's dark in here.
It's cursive.
And he's doing this without glasses.
I'd be like on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's not easy, I'll tell you. But up at the China Bend Winery, Salsa Festival's happening September 14th from noon to 5. And live music on call. Cowboys, our friend Chase Champagne
That's
from
nice.
New
Cool.
Beam
Mhm.
be up there playing some great tunes. So look into that if you're up in that area by China Bend.
Whoops, that's Sunday, right? No. When is that? 14th? That's tomorrow.
Yes.
It is
So tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow is the 14th.
Yeah. Today's 13th. It
Yeah.
finally is clicking here because you gave me coffee.
Right,
So it's
right.
like the synapses are starting to fire. Yeah. I know. Scary.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Today. It's Friday the 13th.
I have been wondering why oh my goodness, Chuck. Yes.
That explains so much about this morning. Just
I said it like 8 times this morning. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th.
Have you really?
Waiting
When we're
for
talking
somebody.
about
Yeah,
haunted
exactly.
houses and stuff, right?
Yes.
You know, and
Oh,
I didn't do my homework. I was going to just compile some Friday the 13th stuff so we had stuff to talk about that, but I didn't. But we have a bunch of events that I just still need to get through here.
Yeah,
So,
okay, sorry.
The American Legion Post 146 in Kettle Falls is putting together a Raise the Roof fundraiser, and that's going to be on November 9th, Veterans Day weekend, at, I'm trying to find it here. I know it's I think it's at the fairgrounds in Colville.
Again, tiny font.
Oh yeah, it's really hard for me to read it, and I'm trying to paraphrase it too. So, but Marvin, my friend up there, is putting this together to raise the roof for the Kettle Falls American Legion building. It's in desperate need of a new roof, and there's going to be music and all kinds of great stuff happening. Let's see, what is it? It's like they're feeding. Fired Up Pizza is going to be bringing food for that event. There's tickets available. These are for donations, of course. And it's a little cheaper if you get advance tickets. So look into that. If you have any questions about this, you can contact Marvin directly at 509-675-4989.
And this was a benefit for who again?
For the American Legion.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
Yep, for the American Legion. And it's going to be happening. God, for some reason, I'm just having a hard time finding it in here.
Did you say Veterans Weekend?
Yep.
So that's November 11th.
Right. Yep. And it's going to be at the Ag Trade Center in Colville, Washington. So,
Okay.
Yep. And let's see what else. I have a few more, Chuck. Getting there.
And for those of you wondering what that noise is, it is not ocean waves. That is Craig's beard rubbing against the microphone.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
wondering what that was.
Awesome.
That is hysterical.
I'm trying to be close to the mic, but not that close, Craig.
Sounds like you're listening to a seashell.
That is awesome. Okay, so while he's looking that up, can you say frigatriskadophobia? Frigatriskadecaphobia. Frigatriskadecaphobia.
Watch your language. We can't say that on the air.
Yes, no, it's a fear of Friday the 13th.
Oh.
So
Very
yes,
cool.
all right, now we
All
got
right,
it.
so at Fired Up Brewery, we have an open mic hosted by Mark Harding. That's tomorrow, September 14th, and every other Saturday, but it starts at 5 p.m. and goes through 9 p.m. So that's the Fired Up Brewery in Colville's having an open mic. Go up there and show your stuff off, play some music, do some poetry, some comedy, Chuck.
Yeah, I would love that.
That would be cool.
We should work up an act.
We should. We should work up finding funny people to do an act.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what we
There's
should
kind
do.
of a prereq there. Yeah, you got to be funny first. But that concludes everything for the Northern Lights Spotlight. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Again, we're going to put up a post for next week. So if you want to get your event included, go onto Facebook, find the Northern Lights Spotlight, like it, and then start getting involved by posting on our weekly thread. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then Craig will talk about you, and then we will look you up. So
you go.
yes, very, very cool.
I noticed a couple of events. I actually got specifically asked to mention this one last night. The 21st is the Chewila Valley Lions Club 8th annual Romp and Roar. That happens September 21st. Did we talk about that one?
I thought so.
Okay. We might have brought it up, but the registration deadline is the 17th. There's let's see here. And I believe that is the one sitting on the toilet seat, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The poster, if you see the posters around town, gosh, that sounded bad out of context, didn't it?
Are you glad you asked him to say this?
That's the toilet seat.
Got my
one,
attention.
You're welcome. You're welcome to the Valley Lions Club for the.
Sorry, I was
for the
deep in
endorsement.
thought.
No, if you see there's posters around town. On the poster, there's a picture of somebody golfing on a toilet seat.
Fully
on a toilet.
dressed.
Fully dressed, yes.
Lid down, yes.
Yep.
Making sure to clarify things
It
because
is-
the visual is,
This is not a functional toilet.
No,
it's
it is
sitting
not.
out in the grass.
Yeah.
It's a prop, people. Just
prop
a prop.
people.
Yeah.
Hopefully they've glued the lid down. Okay.
Yeah, so that is the Chewila Valley Lions Club 8th annual Romp and Roar. They're looking for people to get registered for that. There is registration fees available. You can go to, let's see, registration forms are available at the golf course, the Chewila Independent, the Chamber of Commerce, or by calling Marie at 509. Oh, I just disappeared it.
Uh-oh.
Marie at 509-951-6630. The proceeds from this fun traditional golf tournament fundraiser. Traditional golf tournament. I like how a normal human golf tournament, yes, will be used in Chewila and the Chewila area. So,
You know, the 21st is also the Colville vaccination clinic.
yes,
Which
it
is always an important thing if you need to vaccinate your pets and you can't afford some of those shots are super expensive. And so you can go to the vaccination clinic. Usually they're at a discount. You can go get your animals taken care of. A vaccinated pet is a healthy pet.
Yep. Oh, also, I forgot to mention Pechacucha happening next week on the 18th.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That is at the Quartzsite Brewery, and I know that specifically because I was up till 2 a.m. last night working on my
I was
presentation.
just going to say, is it still, do you have an outline? He keeps saying, I have an outline.
You know, I have more than an outline now. I have all of my slides started.
Nice.
I actually have much more than the 20 slides. I need to pare them down. I'm combining my 20 pages of notes into something that will only be 5 minutes long. If I did it right now,
and 20 seconds per slide, yeah.
If I did it right now, it would be about 2 hours long.
Oh, wow.
Oh, lots of editing.
That's one of my problems, not so much that I haven't been working on it, is that I've just been brain dumping
Right.
for for about a month or so, and it's just too much information
Right.
it's trying
You
to squeeze,
got this, Chuck.
Trying to squeeze it all down.
You got it.
Because I talk too much.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Well,
do.
Tell
that's
us about
probably-
that, Chuck.
Yeah, that's probably why you work in radio.
Well, sit down for a minute. I'll tell you about my history of talking too much.
I do notice that you do have conversations with many different people around the
Many
town.
different people.
Oh my gosh.
So
my
there's
kids-
a lot to...
Right? Try to get Chuck to walk down the street going from point A to point B. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen.
my kids actually for when we do events like KCHW last night, they threatened to put a leash on me.
Oh, I bet.
I
They're like,
believe
come
it.
on, chop, chop. Let's get
I
through
believe
this.
it.
Yeah, we'll never get done, Dad.
I had to sit them down and say, hey, this is a social event. And they're like, no, this is for the food. Come along, socialize at the art auction afterwards.
I love
Okay,
it.
that's fine.
I
That's
love
right.
it.
That's right.
Well, I did bring up a whole bunch of Friday the 13th things. Craig was saying something about it. I brought it up.
Okay.
So, of course, we know that the scientific name is... Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Frigatriscadecaphobia. Frigadisca... Craig, you want to try to give it?
No, I don't want to. I'm too afraid that I might say something that isn't allowed on the air.
Right?
There's just too many.
There's a lot of things in here. So Frigatriscadecaphobia comes from Frigg, the Norse goddess of wisdom, after whom Friday is named. And the Greek words triskaideka, okay, you guys just sound it out. I'm doing it phonetically here, meaning 13 and phobia meaning fear. So yeah, so then we have people say that people who suffer from this phobia,
Here.
notice I'm not going to try and say it again.
Hold on.
Yeah. We have silence on the air.
Wait. Oh, come on.
Frigatriskaidekaphobia. Frigga.
There we-
Triskaidekaphobia. Paraskevidekatriophobia. Paraskevidekatriophobia. Fear of Friday the 13th.
There you go.
Okay, then.
There you go.
I was kind of close. Okay. All right. So the fear of the number, it affects millions of people, and estimate that businesses, especially airlines, suffer from severe losses on Friday the 13th because people will not fly.
Oh.
Right? Maybe there are sales that you can get your airline tickets on
I was
Friday
wondering
the
what they meant by
13th.
severe losses. I was like, that's scary.
Severe.
Right? Craig immediately went there. He's
Severe casualties. Don't say how I should
do
say it
it.
out loud.
Oh, man.
And then
Wow.
the fear of the number 13th is even more widespread, so much so that many high-rise buildings, hotels, and hospitals will skip the 13th floor, and many airports do not have gates numbered 13. In many parts of the world, having 13 people at a dinner table is considered bad luck.
Ooh.
Yes.
One of my all-time favorite movies being John Malkovich, filmed on the 12th and a half floor.
12th and a half
Well, the movie
floor,
was set
yeah.
in an office building.
Yes.
It was the 12th and a half floor because they couldn't have the 13th floor.
Yes.
But it was also only about a 4-foot ceiling.
Right? I remember that movie.
Yeah, they all had to duck and crouch as they walked around their office building.
Oh, man, that's great.
Completely absurd, ridiculous movie.
Yes.
But one of my all-time favorites.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
Because the whole movie is about being inside John Malkovich's head, which seems like would be an interesting place to be.
So they made a whole movie, right? And then Daniel says they throw Illuminati out of the hatches. Daniel, can you clarify what this is in reference to? Because now I don't know what this is about. Maybe you're having a chat with somebody else, babe. Okay.
Daniel. Daniel.
Anyone? Daniel.
Crickets.
We love you.
Okay, Friday the 13th can come in threes. A bit of bad news for all of you who suffer from phobia. All years will have at least one Friday the 13th. The good news is that there cannot be more than 3 Friday the 13ths in any given year. The longest one can go without seeing a Friday the 13th is 14 months.
Huh.
Right?
Huh.
Oh, gotcha. He says that's the origin story of Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. For a month to have the Friday the 13th, the month must begin on a Sunday. Don't believe us? Check out our calendars and test it for yourself. Interesting. So we have a Friday the 13th in September today, and then we have it again in December. Alfred Hitchcock was born on Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Huh.
He was born August 13th, 1899.
Mm.
Wow.
Interesting. Interesting.
Right? He made his directorial debut in 1922. I want to do Alfred Hitchcock radio shows.
That would be cool.
Is so cool.
Is it public domain?
I don't know. Let's find out.
That'd be fun. We might be able to pull some up and find some.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Well, I do have some of our Sunday old time radio shows that are about to run out of episodes. I've got like 4 of them all at once that I'm like looking at them go down every week. I'm like, okay, I got to start thinking about finding some new shows here.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be really cool. Send me a message about that.
Yes. Okay. I'll do that.
Remind
on my
me.
list.
When I'm like, what was that show we were talking about putting on?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, there you go.
And then research suggests that it might not be unlucky after all. There's very little evidence to show that Friday the 13th is indeed an unlucky day.
Mm-hmm.
Many studies have actually shown that Friday the 13th has little or no effect on events like accidents, hospital visits, and natural disasters.
I will say, so my father is a retired police chief, and he does claim, and I've seen other stories about this, that crime rates actually do. There's two, Friday the 13th and full moons.
I was gonna say full moons. I knew for sure.
A big increase in crime on those two occurrences.
Well, somebody posted on a Facebook meme from a group that I belong to that there was supposed to be a full moon on this Friday the 13th, and I'm like, oh my gosh! So I had to go check the calendar.
That would be cool.
That's not.
It's not. No, the
No,
full
'cause
moon
I've
is
been
on the
watching the
17th.
moon, no.
Yeah.
Don't believe the lies.
It's important that I
people.
keep track of when the full moon is.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
really,
not gonna
Craig?
say.
Why?
I'm not gonna say why.
Yeah, I can't disclose why.
Yeah.
But
A lycanthrope problem happening here.
It's like I just know when to hide in my bomb shelter. Yeah.
Yep. That's
lock myself up. Yep.
Oh
Don't
my
want to be
goodness.
howling at the moon or anything like Ozzy.
We do Howl at the Moon. Are you gonna? So, have you heard about the holiday called Wolfenoot?
No, but I should know about that. since
Yes.
that's-
Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. Chuck has a look on his face. I'm going to say it anyway. Okay, so Wolfenoot was a holiday that was dreamt of by a child in New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it just coincides with our Thanksgiving. So it's always November 24th. So this kid had a dream about this holiday where people all over the world would celebrate being kind to animals.
Aw.
And specifically
Aw.
being kind to, dogs and cats and things like that. So the whole holiday is you celebrate like a wolf. And so we have made, yes, we celebrate this holiday, absolutely.
Good.
I made little wolf hats with, the hair and the ears and
Yeah, yeah.
everything. And everything, the feast is all about what a wolf would eat. So like roast beef and berries and nuts and, right? Because they're
Right.
omnivores. And then you go out at the end of your feast and you howl,
I love that.
right?
When is that?
And Wolfenoot, November 24th.
Okay, I'm gonna put that on my calendar.
Yes, yes. So we actually don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We celebrate Wolfenoot.
Okay,
Yes.
I love that.
I know, right?
Is that actually on Thanksgiving Day, or can we celebrate both?
Well, it's up to you. It's
Okay.
because the kid, he's not American, so he had
Yeah.
no relation to the American holiday. It just happened to be close to the American traditional Thanksgiving.
I mean,
so-
another chance to eat around Thanksgiving, sure.
Well, it's just like
And
for-
howl,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
like we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Gratitude is a part of our everyday life, and when you learn more about the origin stories about what really happened, it's just like, okay, well, we're choosing not to celebrate that, but everyone around us is celebrating feasting, and so
Right.
it was really hard for a lot of years. It's like, well, we're just gonna hide in our house. And then this kid and his mom went on Facebook to a group, and she was like, hey, my kid had this dream. And we all were like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. And so it actually became a thing. The young man wrote a book. It's like a real deal all over the world. People celebrate Wolfenoot. There's a Facebook group. Yeah, it's really
Oh,
cool.
wow.
All based on this little kid's dream about,
That is cool.
being kind to animals.
we tend to regularly have howls in our house. Our dogs love it.
Yes.
They all get involved. We have one that can't quite get down the howl. One that just recently finally got it really down to a science. He's really getting
Nice.
good at it. And now he likes to practice on his own.
Oh, good. Oh, my.
We'll hear him out. We'll be out in the yard, and he'll just be out there by himself. Just we've caught him before, like leaning against the side of the house, just kind of relaxing and chilling with his head up in the air, just kind of quietly.
Oh, that is so cute.
He's adorable. Oh my gosh. He's like our two dogs. They're kind of like Muppets. They're kind of like live action,
right?
Alive stuffed animals. You know, like when you're a little kid and you always pretended your stuffed animals were alive.
At your house, yeah,
we have that, and it's
that
real.
That is so cool.
And
That's great.
And it's also the same reality as like a small child that drags their stuffed animals through the dirt, and gets lost under the bed with all the all the hairballs and the dust drifts and the dust bunnies.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, that's also part of it. That's our dogs. It smells about the same too.
I'm just thrilled to find out that our house is not the only house that howls with their dogs. So apparently you do it on the full moon, right? Tell us, really, do you howl?
Do I howl? I howl a lot.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And then you howl with your dogs. We had a dog, Gellert, and Gellert would howl. And so we would howl with Gellert all the time. If you played the trombone, Daniel does, or a saxophone or something, Gellert would sing with you. So ever since Gellert, we have tried to get our dogs to howl. Colin, when he was left alone, home alone, he thought he'd go under our bed and he'd go, ah, woo, like that. But he hasn't done it since.
Yeah.
And Ruby is very excited by the family howl. And she's just starting to kind of go, she's just starting to try and howl. So hopefully in a couple more years, we'll we're doing a bonding, pack thing here.
It was always fun when we traveled full time. We had 3 small dogs. All 3 of them were howlers.
Oh my goodness.
And we would, like, if we went into the store or went in somewhere and left them either in the RV or, in the front seat of the truck, obviously when it's not hot with the windows cracked, but...
Right.
The second we walk away from that vehicle, off they go. And we would,
right.
In a grocery store parking lot with 3 dogs howling at the top of their lungs.
That is hysterical.
In your car. And it's not a bark. It wasn't like it wasn't like a mournful thing. It was just a full on their best wolf howl at the top of their lungs. Yeah.
Right.
Well, my friends Huskies, they sing together. Like once one gets going, they all get going, and it's like a lot. Like they're loud.
yeah.
They're very loud. And another thing with howling, when I snowboard, and this is something I picked up from Dirt Road Doug, my dad. When you ski in the powder, you got to be a powder hound. You got to be howling, because what you do is you're letting people know you're coming, and you're letting the people you're skiing with know kind of where you're at. Because when it's white out and there's a lot of powder everywhere, and it's like a verbal thing we do to kind of, I think that's why we do it, because we're having fun and we're showing how much fun we're having, but we're also kind of like broadcasting where we are on the mountain.
That is so much cooler than on your left, on your right, that I do ski.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And there is some of that too, like when you're on an actual run, not in the trees, but when you're in the trees, you can't really see exactly where, and when you're coming, sometimes you got a really good line and you just want to let people know that you're coming whipping down through there, and it's just a way to kind of notify them that, hey, there is a skier above you. And
no, Daniel, they do not eat their pets.
That is epically awesome.
Wow. Now everybody with a dog out there,
it's contagious. Yeah,
it's going to get going. You're welcome.
That is awesome.
Hey guys, we're out of time.
No, we're having so much fun.
I know. We were going to get some Apple info, but you know what? That'll have to wait.
All right, till Monday? Till Wednesday.
Well, you know what?
I'm only here Wednesdays and Fridays, so I'm not going to miss the Apple stuff.
We can do it on Wednesday. I'll leave it up, but also at the same time, we're not going to get to it before the apple pie eating contest. But that's okay. You can look into the history of apples all by yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much. You guys have any words of parting wisdom before we head out of here?
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. I was trying really hard not to howl again. Did you see I'm like biting back that impulse?
All right. Everybody have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy the pie contest.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening to KCHW 102.7. We are getting out of here.
Yes.
Again, have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Take care.
Take care. I
love this town.
Goodbye, everybody.
It's 9:07.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full